Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Sunday, August 25th, 2025. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I'm getting this out a little early because I'm heading south to the beach for a golf memorial for a friend of mine. So that's why this is coming out so early on Sunday. So let's get started. Powell gave the hint that he's going to start lowering rates in September. It's really was a I mean, the market knew that, and they priced it in from October of 2023. So I mean, it's just kind of a reaction trade because he said something dovish instead of saying that rates are going to stay unchanged for a while. So that gave the bulls a spark, but things got a little crazy. Like with the after we went up, we had a huge drop down and then back up again. But I'll go over that in the next slide. So I've been saying from here that I'm looking for some type of wave four and then a wave five up. Now, it looks like this is going to be the case right here. The only thing that I can say that what may not be because as you know, a wave five of five, that's when you want to be looking on the downside. The only thing that I can say, so right now this is my preferred pattern, and if we get above these highs, this is going to be most likely up to the new all-time highs or test them. That would be your wave five, and then from there we would expect a much deeper pullback than I think a lot of people are looking for. Now, remember, one of the timing models that I was talking about looking for a top coming this week. So everything is kind of lining up, but we still, even though they're lining up, they're lining up for our preferred pattern. That's it. It's not doesn't mean it has to happen because obviously the market has a mind of its own, and people are going to do this and that, and we could just have a projection of what we think is going to happen, and if it doesn't, then we just turn around and change our game plan onto one that looks even better. So this is what I was saying, where you have all right, sorry, I had the phone was ringing, so I had to pause it. So let me go back. So what I was saying is that we have the only other thing that I can say that may be different is we have our one and like say two, and now we're making a one, two. This is a three, four, five, and that would be your wave three. And then from there, we would get a pullback down to right around this area here to 55.60. That would be your four and a five. But right now, there's enough waves in here to call it complete once this fifth wave completes. So that's the risk for the bulls is that this is the wave five of five, and let me just see if I have it on a daily. No, I don't. So we don't. It's a if it's a wave five of five, then we're going to get that larger pullback. If it's just going to be a wave three, like I said, we're going to get a pullback down to the 54. I'm sorry, the 55.60 area, and then we make the final wave five up. So I'm kind of open minded. I think a lot of bulls are just looking at new all time highs and just discounting the fact that we're in a wave five of five, and I'll show you this in a daily chart. Hang on one second. Okay, so here's the bigger picture where we have our wave one, two. Now remember, they count one, two, three, four, five. So this is your wave five, and this is the three. The expectation was to come down, make a four, found support right at the 51.24, and now we're heading up to make the wave five. So this is the final wave five here, and as I said, the risk for the bulls is they're completing this five, and that would make it a complete five and five. So that's where this is what we would be anticipating as far as the drop. It would be anywhere into this green zone right here, the 46.54 down to the 39.85. And this is just going off of fib retracements. This is not my projections down. It's just that typically after five waves, we retrace anywhere from 50% down to 62 or 78%. So this would be the ideal buy area here. And hopefully, that's going to come probably towards the elections or some, but what I'm anticipating as far as this top could last longer than many are expecting, and that's one of the things why people are so kind of bullish on this market is when it does its retracements, like we've been seeing, where we get these sharp moves down, they don't last long. They're not a it comes and goes very, very fast, and people forget about it, and then we're at new all-time highs. Um, so it's a there's risk right here. That's probably the best thing I'm saying right now is I think a lot of people are just expecting this market to run into the elections, and they may end up being right. Maybe that happens, but I'm like from what I'm seeing, and this is the one thing that's given me little concerns with saying this is the wave five would be, we had bearish divergences that caused that. So here you can see this is a pretty large spike up. We don't have any divergences. So it's a daily chart, so you don't always need, divergences. They just set up for a better trade. But if we have that move down, that will pull the indicator probably into the red. But if we had like a dip down, say into next week, and pull our price oscillator down, then from there, if we came up and made a new high, then now we're going to have the bearish divergences. But we could still see a 400 point drop even without a divergence right now, and that would just be a typical a 60-minute wave five retracement. So that's what we want to keep an eye on. Now, for this is really just your action reaction targets. So obviously, we have the bulls. We know what they need to get above the 5641. If they do that, then they are going to probably be heading up to the 5673 level, the all-time highs or above. Support, well, this is support right here. This is the important support, though. It's going to be the 5561. We have the 200-day moving average right there, but the really the important thing is if they lose this, there's absolutely no real support until we come all the way down to the 5450. So that's a 120 point drop. That's tradable. That's a nice trade. And if we lose this, then we're coming down to the 5400, and this is where the risk offline is. And we haven't seen it that much, but we did get some when we made this wave, this big move down, the larger wave four. Um, so it's right now I'm looking at things where we're in kind of the final stages of this move right now. It could last, till Friday. We just really the model's looking for this week, the coming up, that we're going to make some kind of top. So let's just see what plays out tomorrow. I will be at my computer probably around 8 o'clock. I might be staying over down the beach, but in any case, I will be back for trading on that end of it. And with that, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.